I didn't flinch when her lawyer slid the folder across the table. Didn't blink when she said she wanted her fair share. I just tapped Section 7 with one finger and watched her future crumble in slow motion. The look on her face, that perfect blend of confusion, creeping fear, and silent fury, was the moment I'd waited 4 years to deliver. And God, it was worth every single second. I met Leela on a rain-slicked Thursday, the kind of night that fools you into thinking fate has a soft touch. She laughed too loud, kissed too gentle, and talked like every dream she owned was already half real. I mistook ambition for honesty, charm for character. I mistook her for someone who actually loved me. We moved fast. She liked it that way. Momentum was her power. Within a year she was sliding engagement rings onto her own finger in store mirrors, critiquing the lighting, asking whether platinum photographed better than gold. I should have seen it then. But love turns red flags into confetti. When she demanded a prenup, she framed it as a favor. "It's not about you, babe," she said, brushing my cheek. "My brand is blowing up. My future projects are going to be huge. I just need protection." Her brand. Her projects. Her inevitable empire. She said it with such confidence I believed her. Hell, I admired it. So when she said the wedding was off unless I signed, I didn't fight. I was too in love, too naive, too desperate to keep the peace. I signed without reading a word. She kissed me like I'd just aced her loyalty exam. I didn't realize then that it was her prenup, not ours. A whisper of secrecy, a phone always face down, business trip with 0 receipts, and lies she didn't even bother to polish. I didn't confront her. Didn't cry. Didn't beg. I watched. I listened. I let her think I was still the trusting fool she'd molded. The truth arrived as an accidental airdrop, a voice note, her flirty laugh, some guy calling her baby. She didn't even use a fake name. That's when the pain hardened into clarity. She hadn't married a husband. She'd married a mark. But she miscalculated one thing: I might be quiet, I might be calm, but I'm not weak. I finally opened the prenup I'd been too lovesick to read. And there it was, Section 7, her clause, the one she'd insisted on, word for word: individual windfalls remain separate property. She'd written it to shield her imaginary fortune, never dreaming she was handing me the blade she'd one day fall on. So I made a quiet investment. $9,000 into a scrappy little tech startup. No emotion. No gamble. Just an exit strategy. And when the market flipped and that company skyrocketed, my tiny stake turned into $8.1 million. I never told her. Never celebrated. I let the money grow silently, like a hurricane building far out at sea. Meanwhile she kept drifting, coming home smelling like someone else's cologne, deleting messages, practicing excuses that insulted us both. I let her. If she wanted to betray me, fine. I'd pick the battlefield. When the acquisition closed and the payout hit my account, she suddenly turned sweet again. Too sweet. Predator sweet. Then, casually, too casually, she started probing about our finances. When I stayed quiet, she pushed harder. "I think we should amend the prenup, babe. Share everything now. Like real husband and wife." It was almost endearing, watching her scramble. 2 weeks later she had a shark in a suit, the kind who bills by the smirk. They sat across from me, smug, rehearsed, certain. Her lawyer cleared his throat and slid the new papers forward. Given the recent substantial financial gain, Ms. Leela believes she is entitled. I didn't let him finish. I flipped straight to Section 7, her section, her words, and read them aloud, slow and clear: individual windfalls remain separate property. The lawyer froze. Leela swallowed once, then again, harder. The silence was gorgeous. "You can't use my own clause against me," she stammered. "I'm not using anything against you," I said, voice level. You wrote it. She reached for my hand. I pulled back. For the first time, she felt the full weight of her own pen. The divorce was swift, clean, airtight, thanks to the document she bullied me into signing. She walked away with exactly what she brought in, nothing I'd earned. I walked away with my dignity and $8 million she'll never touch. Sometimes justice isn't loud. Sometimes it isn't dramatic. Sometimes justice is a quiet conference room, a signed page, and the slow, icy realization that you built your own trap. She taught me suspicion. I taught her consequences. And between the two of us, my lesson hit a lot harder.